I love you all. Judged.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Infinite RP and another episode 5 of the Lost City of Vedranis. I hope everybody's doing well. It's good to see everybody. We are going to just go around, see what everybody's been up to, and then hop right into a recap and into this game. Isla, let's start with you. How have you been? How's your week been?
So you always do this. You just pick on me.
I try to choose random someone every day, every week.
I
I try to
know
go to a
who's
different
not ready
person.
for this. Isla. Right, yeah, no, week's been uneventful actually. However, we've almost got like a rough date for our new apartment. We're going to be moving out soon and into a new place.
Yes.
Funny enough, it's straight across the hallway. We're moving from one flat to the flat across the hallway. But
Going on an adventure.
because
It makes moving easy.
It does. I've just got to carry it all across the hallway, which is great. But other than that, though, no, it's been fairly uneventful. Just getting back out into the world now that lockdown's kind of lifted. Going back to the gym and struggling with sleep schedule. But as a gamer and someone who can't sleep, it's kind of normal. So whatevs. Props to anyone who can relate. But yeah, that's it.
All of us. Awesome.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Justin, how have you been? How's your week been?
It's been pretty good, you know. I kind of just in this sort of rhythm of moving, like Isla said, moving steadily towards being reintroduced into real life. My oldest kid today got his first jab, got his first poke. So because he's over 12, so he can have it here, and who knows what that means for us. But other than that, everything is great. I'm finally 100% after like having a cold for 2 weeks, and I am just ready to be in a dream world of horrible things.
I feel like just whenever you guys say that, whenever you say into a dream world, I'm thinking like someone's gonna break out into song some point tonight.
How would that
it
be,
just
how would that be any
sounds
different
like
than
it.
usual?
I don't know. I don't know, but it is what it is. Ray, how's your week? How have you been?
It's been great. Just been working, been doing some cool stuff, been doing some more writing for TTRPG things, and yeah, just moving, shaking, vibing, the good old thing. The good old thing. But yeah, I'm excited to be here and I can't wait to see what happens.
Hell yeah. Derek, last but not least, how's your week
Hi.
been?
The week's been great. Can't complain. Overall, it's been a lot of fun. I've been jumping into a lot of new things. I played CS:GO for like the first
saw
time
that.
like ever. Yeah, it was potatoes. You see all the potatoes, whole patch. It was it was wonderful. But overall, though, I enjoyed myself. And just dwelling in the wild RP world. So same old, but still had some fun events.
Hell yeah. I finally, after like 3 months, have been hopping like consistently back into wild. So it's been nice. It's honestly like the breaks are nice, but being in that world is also.
It's been great to see Tavish.
It's
And like a big old comfy Scottish blanket.
I don't know about
Big
that.
sad Scottish blanket.
He did have a
Rough
pretty
blanket.
emotional moment yesterday. He had a little bit of a breakdown.
Oh.
But I mean, that's just all of us, I think.
It happens.
That might have been less Tavish and more Cole. Let's be honest.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just here. Let's stop talking about me because I get embarrassed. Let's get right into the recap. Let me cue up the music. And so, last we left off, you guys had been traveling through the Old Croak Market to find the wretched crawler, some sort of giant bug that you took a bounty to defeat and kill and reap the reward. Along your travel, you came across a man named Adrid, who was from a different district and seemed to be just kind of trying to live his life in the market. He had some sort of interesting stone that he had in possession of, and told you guys that he had been living in some sort of dream for the past while and was able to somehow get out with the help of this stone. He gave you lodging and a safe place to stay, food, and everything for the evening before you guys decided to make your way further into Vedranis. Somewhere along the way, though, you took a wrong step. And soon you found yourself within a different district of Vedranis, which was Rickon Row, the slums of Vedranis. You rested for the evening, but not before you came across two characters, Jaren and Bart, my great improv, who told you that they were sleepers, some sort of agent or some sort of group that would go around Rickon Row to help people find the dream, which was a creation of their leader, Lord Walden. They told you if you were interested in finding a peaceful sleep and finding this dream, whatever it may be, to just simply fall asleep and don't resist the urge to sleep. Wisp and Knock immediately went to bed, but everybody else was a little bit unsure. And soon after these sleepers left, you were met with a different group. This group is known as the Waking Wanderers, and they killed the two sleepers that you were conversing with for a time, and they came in and seemed pretty upset that you had let your compatriots fall asleep. They thought you were sleepers at first anyway, and after convincing them otherwise, they tried to wake Knock and Wisp. Unfortunately, they were not able to, and they told you that the dream is a different world in a sense where you cannot wake from. Knock and Wisp found themselves within the dream, seeing things that were familiar to them. You dropped some weapons, knowing that you didn't need them here in this peaceful paradise that you had found yourselves in, and you began traveling to whichever destination you guys thought. Wisp began heading to a monastery that she saw on the horizon, and Knock headed towards the mountain peaks at one point. You guys were transported, your bodies were transported back to Aedrid, who tried to use this strange stone that he had to communicate with you guys, and was able to get through, but at the price of his own life. You guys were told to find the stone and to not trust Lord Walden before you guys, Wisp and Knock, began traveling deeper into the dream. And Vauder, Kimura, and Calder were left in the home of Aedrid. And that is where we're going to start. We are going to start right with Vauder, Kimura, and Calder. You guys have just had this encounter with Aedrid. You guys were able to communicate with, or so you thought you were able to get some words to Kimura and Knock. And Aedrid is dead on the floor. He still has some blood dripping from his nose, and he's collapsed. You can see his veins. He does not look good, but he is definitely no longer with the living.
Vader has instantly Vader sort of gets next to Aedrid, and he's trying all of his medical knowledge and healing knowledge to see if he can bring him back to life. Even though I'm imagining it's quickly apparent that that's not an option here. Not with the kind of magic he has under his belt. So he's just he's kneeling over Aedrid, and he's sort of like slapping his face, and he's like trying to pour water into his mouth, and it is Aedrid. Oh, no, Kimura, this isn't good.
You are not proficient with this, no? Just Bring him back.
I can't. I'm not prepared for that. I need to. I need to prepare different spells. I don't have that kind of power.
I didn't. The struggle
Do I
was not that bad.
Do I see like anything that indicates like his condition or his cause of death or like what it was exactly that killed him?
Give me a medicine check.
Okay. That is a 12.
A 12. The best you can determine, you can't see any like physical damage.
Mhm.
Like there's no, he obviously doesn't have any wounds or anything. You can see, like I said, blood kind of pooling from his nose and whatnot, and just kind of what you saw, you're able to determine it was something mentally or like
Yeah.
something like that ended up killing him.
If this was something like a sword wound or a disease, I might be able. This is coming from inside him. It might have been the stone. That maybe the strain was just too much. I don't know.
Are you saying he's dead?
He's dead.
Okay. Well, if he is gone, there's nothing we can do.
No. I mean, there are things we can do to help guide him in this change, but there's nothing we can do to bring him back.
That's your area. I know nothing about this. If you want to perform your rituals, then sure. But we do have other matters to attend to.
You and Calder think of something, and I'm going. Vodder leans over and picks up Adrid and carries him over to that single bed, and sort of lays him there and starts placing candles around, lighting candles, burning incense. Just falls into a quiet state of prayer.
Okay. Kimura, as you're left there for a moment, as Vodder goes about his rituals and whatnot, if you remember, he Calder did see you pick up the stone, and he hasn't pestered you or anything about that. But as you're kind of sitting there, like, are you still holding on to it, or you put it in a, I thought you said you put it in a box, or?
I've put it in one of my pouches. One of my like bandolier pouches. If I remember correctly, did I notice Calder throwing me a strange look or a specific look?
You did notice, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Calder then and just slowly walk up to him whilst maintaining eye contact.
Okay, he's kind of like, wringing his hands, and do we have to bury Adrid?
Vodder will take care of that. Calder, is there something you have to say?
I
These
feel
are not
bad about
words. These are
Adrid.
noises.
I'm sorry. I mean, I feel terrible about what happened to Adrid. He was good to us.
He was. Though you weren't looking at Adrid.
I mean, there was not much else to look at, to be perfectly honest. It was quite frightening.
I'm gonna pull the shard from my pouch again and hold it in between my fingers like this.
Okay. As you hold it, you swear you can hear some sort of whispering circling around you.
I was looking at him. I'm just kind of looking around now.
He kind of like looks around too. He's like, that's the, I recognize that, yes. I mean, Adrid used to about 3 minutes ago.
You speak no more of this.
What do you mean?
This. You speak no more of it. Do we have an understanding?
I think so.
For all intents and purposes, this does no longer exist.
But why not? It could be potentially helpful for what we need to do.
And until it is not spoken of, okay?
Sure, yeah. I understood. Come on, understood.
Captain Gamora.
Understood. Captain Kimura.
Okay. Right then. What do you suppose we do now? I am opening things up to the forum.
Oh, I just usually follow you lot around and you tell me what to do.
All right. Okay. I gotta look over at Volda. Does he look like he's still...
He's doing like... It looks like he's finishing up. Like he's just sort of like... he's taken like one of the veils, like one of the curtains from the room, and he's just like putting it over Adrian's body, you know? And then he turns to Kimura and he says, "Now, only one last thing to do to let him rest. We have to search his possessions to make sure there's nothing he would want us to have."
You know, there are many ventures I have gone on where certain people I am aware of have done the same. They had their hands cut off once they were caught.
We are not stealing. Material things can weigh down our passage from one life to the next. We have to make the change light, like a shadow. So maybe if there's something here that would be of use, he would want us to have it.
So, not stealing, but requisitioning.
He was a good man, and he died trying to help our friends. I think he would want to support us in getting them back.
If it is part of your rituals, then so be it.
Okay. Would it help if I, chanted or something while we did it?
Perhaps the puffery is not needed. We're not keeping up appearances here.
All right. I doubt there's much here, but I think that the three of us, I think we need to return to Rick and Row and decide if we're going to go in after them.
Right. That is something we have to consider, isn't it?
Yes. So I'm going to start, looking through, drawers, chests, looking for things like hairbrushes and tarot cards and pieces of junk, things like that.
Okay. As you go about looking and take a few minutes, what you find are several books that you think might interest you. You find a personal journal, and then you find the equivalent of 20 gold pieces. But other than that, there's not much.
He would abandon the gold pieces to Kimura or Calder. He's not a treasurer, you know what I mean? And
Right.
but he is going to take the books and he is going to take the journal to look over once they get a second to look at it.
Okay.
Is the with the gold pieces in like a little bag, like a little pouch baggie?
Yeah.
I tossed them over to Calder.
Okay. He I'm kind of tempted just to roll a dexterity check to see if he even catches it.
Do it.
He rolled a 15, so it was good enough, I guess, unfortunately. But yeah, he surprisingly snatches it with pretty quick dexterity, and he
Oh.
th- th- thank you.
See? I can be nice.
I never said that you weren't.
It was implied. Are we all ready to move?
I mean, I'm always ready, Captain.
Voder?
Yes, I think so.
Do-
To Rick and Roe, then?
Do we just leave his body in the house? Do we not bury it?
I'm afraid we don't have time or equipment for something like that. Maybe the chirurgeons will come back and take him.
Or we can notify the neighbors.
Yes. Let us go speak to, what was her name, Grenna?
It's going to be difficult to explain, but he was old.
Well, yeah, so not that difficult.
Very well.
I don't mean to be insensitive. And he sort of like storms out.
Okay. So you make your way down the small hill towards Grenna's home. There are no lights on. It's pretty late. There's a torch, on the exterior, but as you look into the windows, it is dark.
I'm going to take a page out of, like a blank page.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take a page out of the journal, which with this new update I can do. And let's write.
Stop.
Sorry. I'm going to write a note on there. It says, Grenna, we were with Adred last night when he was overcome with some strange sickness and passed away. His body is resting inside his house. Would you please see it taken care of? And then I'd say, Vader and the crew. That's how I sign it.
The crew.
Vader and the crew.
The crew.
The crew, DA space CREW.
That's my man right there, the crew. Hell yeah.
You're asleep.
Keep dreaming. Just kidding. Okay, that's obviously easy enough to do. What is your guys' plan after you take care of that?
Captain, what should we do?
We transport the bodies with us back to Rickon.
Yes. Okay, and then we still have that wagon, so here we go again.
Okay.
Just get him in the wagon and start, pulling or pushing or however it takes to take them all the way back up to Rick and Row.
Okay. I will move you back over to the map, and you guys can head back wherever you so desire.
Okay. All right, so I remember first we went northeast. I move us.
Perfect. So you guys will. I think I said it was about 8 hours from where you guys left to come back, and so it'll be another 8 hours. What is your guys' fatigue levels at the moment?
Oh my gosh,
That's a really good
just
question.
wild. Let me bring it up.
I'm on sleepy.
Yeah, I would be
Okay.
the same at the beginning of this walk back.
Mhm.
Okay, and then you have a level of exhaustion as well, right, Vader?
I do.
Because you were Poland. Okay, so you guys are going to go down one more track on the fatigue because unless you guys are going to stop and actually sleep. If you guys are going to push through, you're going to be pretty.
I would want to push. That would be Vader's vote.
I'm gonna assess Voda and Calder to see what they're looking like.
I look very sleepy.
They look very sleepy. Like as you guys are walking, like Vader seems to be doing okay, but Calder seems to be struggling. Is almost like as he's like pushing the cart, is like doing one of these things
Okay.
like his head just keeps dropping.
Okay, I'm gonna look at them both and be like, you both look like you need to rest. Do you need to stop?
Yes, please.
If we're going to go into the dream world, I mean, that maybe Calder should sleep before we get to Rickero, and then watch over us while we sleep. Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Calder, get in the wagon.
All right. And he is like, he's like looking at Wisp and Knock and just kind of like doing like this weird shit. He's like,
Right on top of, he can't feel you. Climb on top of Knock.
right, but he's
the size of a double bed.
It's like sitting on a big stone table. Just do it already.
But he's a person, and his elbow is in my. And he's like trying to push, Knock, and like make room, and then he just like ends up sitting like in between Wisp and Knock, like leaning up against Knock's like chest, and he's just like sitting there, kind of like not like pouty, but he's like, and he just like quickly is just like. Like sitting upright and falls asleep like within a few minutes.
Can't be that bad.
I died. Shh, sleeping. Look at him. He almost looks like a capable person when he's asleep like this.
Almost. Just...
The shade.
It's just...
Damn.
I'm sorry, Bonner's in a mood tonight. I don't know what's going on.
It's because you're tired and grouchy.
Yeah.
That's when the real bugbear comes out.
He is
That's
not
when
a
the
night
that's
owl,
when the
I
bugged
guess.
bear comes out.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And when he's well rested, that's when the hug bear comes out.
The hug bear.
Aw. Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Obviously we're both very tired anyway. How far do we have to go?
So it's 8 hours total. It's essentially like you're on the edge of each hex. And so it's not a full day where you're at. It's about 8 hours.
Okay.
So if you sleep, assuming you sleep for 8 hours, it's going to be a total of like 16 hours to get back to where you were.
We'd better sleep at least a little, right?
We should stop for a while, but not too much.
Okay.
We're currently balancing sleep versus getting back in time.
And you can keep watch, right?
I can. Well, some part.
Well, you wake me up when you need me.
Will do.
I'm gonna just climb on top of Knock.
And just to make sure, you guys are doing this in the market. You're not doing this in Rick and Row, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we don't want Calder to perma sleep.
Okay. Perma sleep. Okay. And you guys are able to rest for a few hours. And we will see what happens with you guys in a moment as we switch into the dream. Knock.
See.
I think the last we left you were running back towards the market.
Yes.
And you came across like a wall of mist almost.
Indeed.
What do we see? What are you doing?
So I think that when I got to the wall, I had my axe. I'm going to 180 turn and start running back the other way, back towards the mountains where Wisp and I were going.
Okay, so you begin booking it, and they seem like quite a ways away, like several days. But as you continue running, you're closing the distance quite quickly. You notice, and soon, without warning, you're there. And you look up, and you can see the mountain peaks, and below more on the ground, like towards the base of the mountains, you see a monastery of obsidian stone, and you can see two figures some ways off, like just within like the entrance or like antechamber of this.
Just from the first sight to the mountain, is there like any trails, path that lead up the mountain or like away from the monastery heading towards the mountain at all, or no?
You so the monastery is like on the road, so you can head straight there. But like as you look, you do maybe see some like mountain like paths or something that you as a Goliath you think you could probably get to.
Traverse. All right. I'm going to run towards the two shadows first before I decide to veer off left. But I want to make sure I can make out who it is exactly that is those two shadows.
Okay.
So I'll make that approach with a soft, big rock man jog.
Right. Wisp, you hear this voice behind you, and it says it's the same thing, the same voice and the same phrase that you heard last session. It says, "It is good to see you. Welcome." And then it's coming from behind you.
Wisp will turn around, and when she does, she'll keep like her left hand instinctually reach it backwards just to kind of like touch where her staff is, just to kind of like, it's like an apprehensive turn, and see if she can see anybody behind her.
You can. You see a very familiar figure, actually. You see an Aarakocra wrapped in dark black and gray robes that are torn and like kind of tattered on the ground. It's wearing a hood that partially obscures the face, but underneath the hood you can see the kind of graying, like old graying feathers, slightly brown in some instances, and eyes of complete like a slate. You recognize this as one of the elders from your monastery. This is look at the name real quick. Was it Niemba?
Mm-hmm.
This, you recognize this as Niemba.
I'm surprised to see you here, of all places.
And we are surprised to see you here as well. We didn't think you would make it this far.
Can I look around and just see if anything looks out of place to me, considering I've lived in this shrine my whole life? Does
Yeah,
anything in this just seem off kilter at all?
go ahead and I'll allow you to choose between an investigation and an insight check.
I'll do an insight check. It's at 13.
13. It's hazy. They're all the sconces are familiar. The room that you're in, you know you've been in it hundreds of times. But you kind of turn and look, and you actually see Nock heading towards you at this point. But there's a chamber, like a door leading to a chamber behind you that you're not super familiar with. You're like, I can't remember. You just can't place if it was there or not.
Did you assume that I would die before I got this far? Or was that your plan? Your hope?
Most of us assumed, yes. I had some faith that you would make it to where you need to be.
Faith is a funny thing. I like watching it crumble. And she'll turn around and kind of like look in the direction of that odd chamber. And what is this? A new addition since I left.
Your final trial.
And Wisp will take her quarterstaff off her back, like twirl it, hold it in her hand, and she'll just walk into it.
Okay. As you begin walking that direction, Nock, you kind of run up the steps to this monastery, and you see this figure, this dark cloaked figure, and you see Wisp making her way towards a door.
I'm going to continue my approach towards him, and Knock is going to yell out, "Wisp! Wisp! Hey!" and trying to get her attention.
She'd turn on her heels and kind of, she'd still have her, her quarterstaff in her hand. She'll turn on her heels and kind of like look at you and like, why are you here?
So did you hear that? Did you hear that? Like maybe about like, I would say they say 5 minutes ago. Voices. Familiar.
Did I hear that? I don't think I heard that. Did I hear
You
that?
did, yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you heard Vodder talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard fodder.
I heard Kimura. Kimura was telling me to go ahead and attain glory. And the last thing I want to do is have that lady be telling me what to do. But I'm gonna do my damn best to figure out what the hell's going on. Why are they in my head if they ain't here?
Out of character question very quickly.
Yes.
Do we have the wherewithal to understand that what they said about not falling asleep and where we are now is the dream world? Like, do we know that we are in the dream world when we are in it? Or are we just kind of not really aware?
I would say you're aware.
Okay.
But like you legitimately feel like you're in a dream world because like things like don't quite make sense. Even though it's like a paradise, you feel relatively calm until
Okay.
like people have been yelling in your head. You were relatively calm. Now it's just like think of it as like if you were to wake up for like half a second and someone would have a conversation with you and then you fell back asleep and like you're all kind of jarred and
Yeah.
you're like, wait, how did I get here? Where am I again? Like I know this place, but it's not quite exactly right because there's something from
Yeah.
somewhere else here. It's like that.
Okay. It's a dream world, Knock. It's not reality.
What do you mean it's a dream world? What the hell do you mean by that?
It's a world within a world.
Knock starts to scratch his ponytail.
This place, if you don't mind, is, from what we can gather, quite like a realm of existence, a different plane, if you will.
And she'll just kind of be like, Have
And I can
you
assure you, sorry, continue.
ever been to another plane, Knock?
No. No, I haven't. Not even once. I've only ever been up there.
And he points up to the mountain peaks.
That's the only place that's familiar. It looks like home.
And she'll kind of like do a sweep to the room. And this is my home. You see, they're testing us, showing us what we want to see. They want to keep us here.
Well, I ain't staying. I ain't doing it. The last thing I'm doing is staying in this goddamn world where they get to go ahead and dictate what I get to go ahead and do or see. And I got Kimura inside my head. So I want her out. We're getting the hell out of here. If this world dreamscape world dream. We're out.
And then I'm gonna walk over to that dude and the guy that was just talking to us. I'm gonna grab him by his collar of his shirt and be like,
How the hell do we get out of here?
This character...
Wisp will like tense up when that happens. Like she doesn't do anything violent, but she's like on edge.
Okay. The Aarakocra does not seem fazed by this. You simply have to pass through the door behind you. There, my dear Nog, you will attain your glory that you so seek. Wisp here will finish the trial that she was meant to while she was here. As you can see, and he lifts his hand up, and as you kind of look up, you see trophies of different creatures and animals. some creatures, large creatures, some that you haven't seen before. And you see like a dragon's skull right above the door.
All right, Nock's curiosity gets piqued.
What exactly is she doing during these trials?
Well, that is quite easy. Survive.
Nock loosens his grip.
Wisp, you're about to go ahead and walk through this door. And do whatever the hell this man says.
She has to, he says without warning.
And she will close her eyes and nod. If I don't make it back, tell them I tried. And she'll turn and walk in.
Okay. As you reach for the handle, we're going to switch back to the other group. Vaughter, Kimura, and Calder, you guys have completed your rest.
Hooray.
You're still a little uneasy, a little on edge, but you're able to knock your fatigue down by 1.
Assuming we're also still like eating rations, drinking, stuff like that.
Yep, so you can mark those off as well.
So we're on sleepy now. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
And you guys begin making your way back to Rick and Row. You guys cross several hours into your journey the next day. And soon you do find yourselves in that small cluster of homes off the side of the road where you had met the sleepers.
Okay, somewhere here. I mean, we should be able to sleep anywhere here to enter that state, right?
Somewhere defensible, out of the way.
Maybe in a building? At least.
We try and clear one out.
Okay.
These are like hovels, right? These are the slums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So is there any structure around that seem to be a little bit sturdier or more defensible?
Go ahead and make a survival check.
I think before doing that, I would ask for help. Like I would ask
Yeah,
Kimura, like,
I was like,
what kind of
obviously,
place?
I'll be looking out as well. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. You can make either both of you can make the check, or Vaughter can make it with advantage.
I'll make it with advantage.
Okay.
That is an 11.
An 11.
Advantage, yeah.
It's a little difficult to find like a suitable place. All these homes have some sort of like wall torn down, or they're just like in such a state of disrepair. You're able to find like a couple homes that you think would be semi-suitable, as long as you think as long as you can, just remain hidden, you might be okay.
Okay, but do we think that Calder should keep watch, stay awake, just in case?
Well, am I not going with you?
No, Vodor has a point.
I mean, what if we're all sleeping and someone comes along to pick our pockets, or step on our face?
Maybe not the last bat, but Vodor has a point on the former. I do not
What?
want my equipment being pilfered.
Yeah.
In fact, we're going to go in. Calder, you will remain here, awake,
For how long?
for as long as
Just-
necessary.
Until we wake up.
But what if you What if you don't? What
We
don't-
will. We have to. We will figure it out. And he pulls like every book he has out of his bag, like the little books he got from Idrid's house, and like his own personal little book that he was carrying around. He's like, "Here, you can read these."
I suppose, and he grabs them. But
If
what if I have to sleep? What if I have to fall asleep?
I'm gonna go straight up to Calder and grab him by the shoulders.
uh,
Under no circumstances will you be sleeping. At all.
just try your best.
We
And
will return.
yes,
We must return.
If we don't come back in, what do you think? A day? 2 days?
Sure.
Then you'll have to go by yourself. Go back to Hallow and get the expedition. See if they can help.
Help bring you back, or
Yes, all of it. Bring us back and help us and keep us safe and everything.
God, I should have kept a map. And he kind of like rummages through his pockets.
No. Okay.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Maybe, probably, yes, I will.
Kimura
I pat
pulls
him
a
reassuringly on
oh,
the shoulder. And I cast that and I cast Vigilant Blessing just to make sure he gets advantage on any initiative rolls he has to make while we're gone.
Okay.
Just in case. Just watch out. There you go. I squeeze his shoulder lightly.
Kimura pulls out her sidearm and holds it to him. Then flips it round so the handle's facing him.
He takes it gingerly.
If your magic fails you, which I've seen magic fail many people many times, use this. It's like a crossbow, but with more punch.
Right.
Just
Loud.
squeeze the trigger.
But even you used it just the other day and it didn't work. My magic's never not worked before.
That was
at
my
least I
rifle.
might miss.
My pistol has
But-
never failed me. But if you want to look the gift horse in the mouth, I can just take it with me.
I haven't seen a horse.
I meant no offense. Thank you, Captain.
Just make sure we don't die, and more importantly, don't die yourself. You can do that, right? Don't sound too sure, right?
So comforting.
He kind of like grabs the pistol. He's kind of like looking it over in his hand. Good luck, I suppose. I hope to see you back here soon.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Go read the book or something.
Yeah, don't fall asleep. Pick something interesting.
All right, and he just takes one and he's like in the hovel with you, and he's got like the gun and the book in his hand. He's like, okay. And he like walks out the door.
I think we just invented like a night shift security
Wait.
guard.
Calder, before you go.
What? He drops the gun. Oh God, I'm so yes.
Did you just...
No, I dropped the book. No, sorry, it was the gun. I lied. I'm so I don't know what to do in
Calder!
this instance.
Get your shit together. This is important.
I understand the gravity of the situation. That's why I'm so nervous.
Come here. Look, this here, and unshowed my rifle. This is the one that failed. Take this as well. If you need to move us or the bodies, this is more important than me, okay?
Wait, so you want me to protect your broken gun and not you?
It's not broken, I fixed it. No thanks to your sloppy handwork.
I mean, I tried. And he's like holding the gun and the book and the pistol like in his arms, and he.
I do not have children, Calder. This is the closest thing I have. If this breaks, when I wake up, you break. You may go.
You could do it. I give him a thumbs up. Don't give one back or you'll drop the guns.
Oh, and he. Sorry. This is just getting so strange. And he like walks out, like trying to carry all this shit with him.
He wanted to come along.
Now it's strange.
Now it's getting
now
strange.
it's
Not
now
the
it's
talking
strange.
bird.
Not just the talking bird, yeah.
Yeah.
The weird sleepless people, the
Yeah,
giant
the
bug
26
with
hour
going to
nap
get.
time.
Yeah.
I unload the cart and bring Knock inside, and then go back and get Wisp, and bring Wisp inside, and I lay down like between them, holding their hands.
Okay.
And I say, "Okay, night, night."
Wait,
What?
do you think I'll need my guns? It's a dream.
Yeah,
That's-
it's a dream.
It's a dream.
It's a dream.
I go and grab my pistol off him.
He's like looking at it, like pretending, like as a kid.
Is
does.
James Bonding?
I literally,
Is he like-
I come out from behind him and snatch it out of his hand.
Oh God!
This is not a toy.
I understand that. That's why I was practicing in case I had to use it.
Practicing. Okay. I'm going.
Come lay
Wait,
down over here.
So you're taking the small one and not the big one. Is that because it broke last time?
It's more portable. We're going to another plane of existence.
Thank you, Father. Thank you.
Travel lightly. And he starts snoring gently.
This questions more vigilance, please. We'll be back
Right.
soon. Don't do anything stupid.
I mean, I don't think I've done anything stupid recently, but yep.
That was stupid. I'm going.
Well, good luck. And he kind of watches you as you make your way back into the hovel.
Is Kimura gonna come lay down and hold hands
Yes.
with us?
Maybe not hold hands, but
Oh,
I'm gonna come lay down with you.
okay. It's a good thing I'm already asleep. I would make her hold hands with Nog.
The big ass hands.
If you get your hand off mine, or I will break it.
Okay, sorry. I just thought it might help. Physical connection.
We're here to sleep, not sing kumbaya. Come on. Sleep.
Not yet.
Sleep.
Maybe later. Maybe not.
I'll take the latter option. Just sleep.
Just shuts off like a light.
Okay. So the two of you begin trying to fall asleep, and sooner rather than later, you do feel the warm comfort of sleep begin to pull you in. Though as you are beginning to doze off, you do feel a nagging feeling at your temple. Some strange feeling trying to pull you back out, trying to wake you from the dream. So I need to ask, are you resisting? Or are you going to go back with that pulling feeling?
Kimura is not actually used to sleeps like this, so she resists at first, then realizes that she shouldn't be. and then just like stops resisting.
Okay.
Vader, I don't know if he verbally expresses this or not, but he just sort of projects the thought of, no, I have to go in to end the dream and get my friends out. And he doesn't resist.
All right. And soon the warm embrace of sleep takes you both. As you wake up, which seems very quick, you open your eyes to birds singing. Vader, as you look over, you can see two birds on the windowsill chirping before flying away. Kimura, you feel very well rested. It's a strange feeling for you being an elf to have slept, as it's not something you regularly do. You look around, you can see the sun beating through the window. There's food on a table next to you. This hovel is very nice. There's fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. You feel very refreshed, even having just woke up. Everybody gets the benefits of a long rest, so you guys can complete a long rest by transferring over to the dream.
Yay!
Calder, nowhere to be seen. The bodies of Kimura, Wisp, and Nock, nowhere to be seen. As you're sitting there, Kimura, trying to get your bearings, there's a weird sensation that kind of creeps over your mind, something you're not used to. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. Okay.
So
yeah, what is, because my sheet's gone funny.
right. So your it'll be a d20 plus 3 for you.
Cool. Not a problem. D20 plus 3, yeah?
Yep. Oh, okay.
Ooh, yes.
Nice.
This nagging
Yes.
feeling, you just kind of brush it off. It's not important right now. What did you guys do?
I'm gonna.
Food.
Yeah.
Where are we? Are we inside that same building?
You're inside the same building and inside the same hovel, but it's different. It's nicer. It's there is like a chunk missing from the wall that is no longer. The stone
It's
and
restored.
wood is restored and clean.
I'm gonna tap Voda because I think I fell asleep next to him, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna tap him and then look over. You're,
Like the same, but
you're
different.
seeing this, right?
Yes, it's like the same, but different. And usually I like that. I'm not, something's weird.
You're definitely sensing a strange feeling in your gut, Vader.
Yeah.
More so than most. You are very attuned to change and the differences of things. This is like, for how beautiful and peaceful it is, this is very unsettling. You can definitely feel the presence of Velen in this place, though it's not the same presence that you're used to. It's a different side that you're not used to, that you haven't really become akin to yet.
Have you ever, Captain, have you ever, like, seen, something through a window, but when the light hits it a second time, it looks different?
A little.
I feel like Velun is here. I feel like
they've given me, you know, the magic that I have, but it's like I'm seeing them from a different angle, if that makes sense.
I think.
Have you ever seen someone, and then when you see them, you think, oh, that person's really handsome or pretty, and then you see them a few days later, and you're like, wait, are they pretty?
In a way.
Yeah.
Maybe the morning after. Rather.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get.
Wait, what? Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. That's what it's like. But things here, this reality is the same but different. And in a bad, not bad,
Something.
strange way.
Part of me. Never mind.
We need to find
We do.
our friends. Okay, I'm gonna like charge out the front door. Wait, you said there was food? Are there baked goods?
Oh, they're baked goods.
Oh, you're muted, bud. Are there like
Yes, sorry, there is food. There's like like
scones or
biscuits or
croissants?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Are
there's
there
biscuits?
cinnamon rolls?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, I grab a croissant on my way out.
You gonna share
Put it in my
that?
bag for later.
I'm imagining that really
Croissant.
cute like Japanese anime meme where it's just like water with a little cute piece of like bread hanging out of his mouth.
Mhm.
It's
Absolutely. No, he's not gonna eat it right away. He's just gonna save it for later. Just might be.
If there's any fruit on the table, I would grab that.
Okay. Yeah, there's as you look, there's like any fruit. Your favorite fruit actually is in a bowl on the table.
She pops a little smirk. She picks it up.
Smirk pop.
Yeah.
As you guys make your way across the threshold of this hovel and onto the streets, you feel the sun. It's warm. There's a fresh. It smells fresh. It smells nice. Something you haven't been around or accustomed to since you've been in Vedranis. Vaughter, as you look to the your east, like a southwest direction, you see something that's familiar to you. You see a half of looks like a steeple of some sort. Some sort of religious building, and you recognize it as like a Velanite church.
Yeah.
Kimura, as you're kind of looking, you see the same thing, but you see a symbol that has been fastened onto the building, and you recognize the symbol as the same one on your pauldron, as it is a symbol of the Onyx Legion.
Look. See? The Velanites are here. It looks like the cloister where I was. Anyway, we could go there and get the priests to help us.
Wait, Cole, are you saying we are seeing the same building but different symbols?
Nice shrug. That was a good shrug, Cole. You son of a bitch.
Okay. I will walk towards, and okay, I'll say, I don't know about your Velanites, but I need to go see something quick.
Okay, come on! And I run.
I'm gonna.
I break into a run like I'm frolicking in a field.
I'm going to hastily walk.
Okay.
As if I was double timing, but not running.
Right. It seems far away. It seems like it's at the edge of the horizon, so you feel like you're going to have to travel for a while, so you kind of quicken your step a little bit. But before you know it, you're at the front steps. Both of you. The doors are open to you, and you see 3 figures within.
I pause at the threshold, which is as something that Vadr is wont to do, and utter a prayer under my breath, and then go in to see who's in there.
Okay. As you take a step up, you see Knock, Wisp, and an old priest from the Velanite church that you have not seen for many years. He is a tiefling.
Yeah.
And as you walk in, it is good to see you, Vada. It has been quite some time.
Oh, yeah. Bro, do you have a name for this, or should I come up with one?
You can come up with one.
Okay. He says, "Oh, yeah, Brother Pestilence. It's good to see you. What are you doing in this? Hi. And he like says hi to everybody else. He's like, why is there a church here?
The church.
Yes, this is a church. It looks just like the place where I was trained to be a cleric. The Church of Walden.
As I look around, does it still look like my black obsidian monastery?
Yeah, but you can see some as you kind of look. You look up, and there is like a veil hanging down, with the gate, like the subtle gate of Velen. You do see this as well, and you kind of look around. You do see different, like you see a dragon skull and things like that.
You've made changes here. That's good.
He kind of nods.
So does this kind of look like a mixture of like, so the monastery, as well as the little parts of his church, and then all these other berated creatures and whatnot around here as well.
But kind of
Knox
only
gonna be
as we look for them, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Knox gonna look to Vadr and be like,
Where is Kimura?
No, she's right behind me. Except we're not. Because we're all asleep. I'm holding your hand.
what the fuck is a man supposed to do with that?
I'm holding your hand.
That was brilliant. All right.
Sorry, keep going.
So you're holding my hand. So we're
Yeah.
asleep. We're asleep.
We're
right
all
now.
asleep. You Kimura! And he like shouts out for Kimura to come in.
She's caught up, or she's catching up at least, and she's made her way. Assuming again it's the same building. Made her way into where everyone else is.
Okay. As you walk in, you see your compatriots, and you see your off the side your superior officer, who trained you, who took you on.
She immediately drops to
Gives
a
a
knee.
salute.
Immediately drops to a knee.
Captain, it's good to see you again.
Hi, Sentinel. You're here, which
Why wouldn't I be?
means you're alive. She jumps up to her feet and she goes to head towards, but then stops, and then just stiffens up and salutes back.
Is this the same person that all of us have interacted with?
Yeah.
It's you say off to the side you see, but is this person standing exactly where I saw Brother Pestilence?
Yeah.
The same person that I grabbed with my hands.
Yeah.
That man.
Hmm.
All right, can we
Kimura, who the hell is this man to you?
This is High Sentinel, Valerius.
No,
And
that's
who-
Brother Pestilence. He was an abbot from the Church of Walden, where I was raised.
And this airy bastard was telling her to go ahead and head into the room.
Niamba.
What are you talking
Yes.
about?
It
As you
changes.
all as you all like turn and look at this person, you all see who you saw. And in each respective voice, it says, I can explain. You are, as I have said, in a dream. A different realm of existence. You were brought here for a reason, and you need to do what you need to do. Head through that door there. That is where your final task is. Vada, this is something that you need to do.
Yes. Okay. Part of my mission, part of my calling.
Yes, we believe there's something in there that will help us learn much more about Velen.
Oh, okay. We should go in that
Insight check?
Sure.
Okay.
And then to Kimura, there's a creature in there that has been giving us trouble, and we need you to take care of us.
14 for me.
Okay.
Does Nock see the same person that Wisp does?
Oh, you did, and then you turn, and you see a big Goliath.
Hmm.
You want your glory? Go and get it. And you see like one of your old, like an old chieftain.
Yes, war chieftain. Glory I shall obtain.
As he gets down on one knee to bow. But he's gonna look up at the war chieftain with that face of something's not right.
Something wrong.
I rolled a 14 on that insight.
I'm sending you a message.
Ooh, I can't wait. Hold on. Let me open up my Discord.
I think in these moments, because Wisp has just been standing there, and like every time she goes and attempts to just like head face first into this hallway, somebody comes in and she turns on her heels, and then she's trying it again, and now Vaughter and Kimura are back, and she's just kind of standing there with a very straight posture, both hands on her quarterstaff in the middle of her, and just kind of like watching the back and forth. And there is a look in her eyes of like complete and absolute horrid recognition as she understands like what is going on between everybody else and the things that she's seeing versus what they're seeing. But there's this somber and very sad essence to her in this moment, in feeling manipulated and feeling taken advantage of and feeling like the world is showing you only what it wants to show you that does not sit right with her. And if anybody has a passive perception enough to look and pay attention, her eyes are completely blacked out.
Vada notices this. And it's just at that same moment where he turns back to Pestilence, the tiefling, and says,
Who are you?
I am Brother Pestilence, as you've said.
No, Brother Pestilence taught me how to read people. Brother Pestilence had a scar over his right eye. You don't have that scar. Brother Pestilence would pick his ear. You haven't touched your ear once. Who are you?
Again, he repeats, I am Brother Pestilence. We are Velenites, Vada. Change is in our nature.
And like I think Vodder lets out a low growl, which is kind of unbecoming of him.
Father?
Captain, who do you see?
High Sentinel Valerius.
And you said that they were alive. Were they not alive before?
I don't know.
This kind of change is not good. This kind of change is not sacred. Something here smells wrong.
What are you saying, Mother?
This is an imposter.
How can you
We
tell?
are being tricked. I know the people I care about. This is not my brother.
Can I move closer to... Kimura moves closer to Valerius.
Okay. He kind of looks down and narrows his eyes.
High Sentinel?
Yes.
Is he still looking down?
Mm-hmm.
Look at me.
He turns his head.
Is he looking?
Yeah.
And she goes to strike him, but feigns it.
Okay. Let's see. Roll a deception check.
Okay. Okay, 18.
He does not move. Is there something you want to ask me, Captain? Or can we stop tearing on and I can get you on with your mission?
Apologies, sir. She'll step back. And she'll stiffen up again.
Okay. Gestures to the door.
You want me to go alone?
You can take your friends. That's fine.
She turns to them. Are you coming?
Kind of looks at everybody. You're muted, Justin.
Dang it. Thank you. He mouths words quietly, and then goes to sort of stand near the others, and then looks at this individual and says,
Oh, one more thing. Brother Pestilence,
What can I do for you?
would you please reveal?
and then I'm going to cast command at him.
Okay.
So for those unfamiliar with command, to speak a one-word command to a creature I can see within range. It's a wisdom save. It has no effect if the target is undead, if it doesn't understand my language or harm it. And I'm giving it the command reveal. And so that how you interpret that's up to you if they fail this. If they fail the save.
Okay. And it's a what's wisdom saving throw?
It is a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Righty. BC 14, you said?
14.
There's a moment where Pestilence stops and like, well, if you so desire. And everybody sees as the visage they were looking at begins to disappear. The entirety of the room begins to change. And right in front of you, you see a creature vaguely humanoid with grayish blue skin and almost nondescript features.
I pull my sidearm.
Okay. You also hear
Go ahead.
voices growling, like a gibbering. And we're gonna go on to break.
Die.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us so far. Hope you guys have been enjoying and having fun. We are going to take a 10-ish minute break. Go get a drink, a snack, use the restroom, and we'll see what the fuck is going on right after this. We'll see you in just a little bit, guys. Thank you guys so much.
Indeed.
Indeed. And welcome back. So, as the walls begin to almost melt around you, you see the actual figure of the person behind you, and then you hear strange gibbering. I'm going to move you over to the battle map, and we are going to roll initiative.
Ooh wee.
Oh
Really
boy.
good.
Ooh woo.
Let me add you guys here. So yeah, everybody can go ahead and roll initiative.
I just very quickly want to say how gorgeous this battle map is.
This is real cool.
This
I
is
made it
really
myself,
cool.
Oh, yeah,
actually.
yeah.
No,
This is
I
very cool.
I bought it. I paid $5 for it.
No.
I was like,
This
the
$5 battle map is great. I can't select my token.
Uh-oh. You should be able to. I don't know why you wouldn't.
I don't know. Is it something I did?
Are you not on your, if you go all the way to the left on the top in that reel, are you not on your very, very first option, the selected move, the arrow tool?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Let
weird.
me
Try
double
to
click and
just-
refresh.
Oh, it's being
It's being
It-
roll 20.
roll 20. It's not
Our
working
desktop
properly.
tabletop of choice.
Yep. I should have, because I set the token for you guys to be able to control. Let me try one more time
Sure.
to bring these on. There's knock. Once I drag you on, see if you guys can move. If
Yeah.
not, I might just have
I
to
can-
manually do it.
I
can
cannot.
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna select all players. Just move your own. Don't fuck around with everybody else's, but just for dynamic lighting purposes, which we don't have here, but everybody can control everybody.
Here we
So,
go. Okay.
all right. So everybody should be able to move now.
See.
Okay. Let me add you back to the turn order, and then we should be good.
I am.
Let me put you guys on. Wisp, you rolled a 6. Vodder, a 9.
I rolled twice like a doofus.
9.
9.
9. How about the 14?
You rolled a 14 knock. Where are you? There you are.
I'm somewhere. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
And
Big
wherever Calder is.
Wherever Calder actually did fall asleep, he comes in to save the day.
Nice, nice. With advantage.
Could you imagine?
Can you see the name of this thing, by the way? You should be able to see the name of this thing.
I see the name of the thing on our left,
Okay, good.
but the big thing that looks like some sort of I don't know, blabbering mar. I don't know. I don't see that thing's name.
Looks
Looks like an
Dr.
ooze.
It does look like an ooze.
It is a gibbering mouther.
Oh, great.
You big mouthy boy.
And Dream Tailor looks like, the off cousin of Dr. Manhattan.
If you guys call someone Dream Tail, you should name it Terry.
I mean,
You could use the new clothes.
No!
You can use a new dream.
Oh, you definitely need some new cream.
What the fuck?
Stop it. Stop it. Not
Just
here.
kidding.
No
Kimura,
worries.
you are up.
Oh, I am?
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, you is.
so the thing that we thought was whatever important person is now this gibbering thing.
No, this is something you have not seen before. The person that you were talking to is behind you.
Oh, so I've not seen this thing behind us.
This guy right here.
Oh, which way am I facing? Am I facing towards the dream?
We're
tail?
facing.
So you
in-
guys,
yeah,
you're
we're
facing
facing
inwards. Yep.
Okay, so I have already pulled my side arm out, and I do hold it up, and I'm gonna say, "Explain yourself now." Like a scolding mother.
You hear a weird voice echo from this thing. You shall never be able to enter the dream. You are alien to this place. You are a virus to this place. You will never survive. That's what he says.
Shoot him.
As I'm still aiming, I just go, knock? That sounded pretty hostile, did it not?
And oh, I love hostile. Let's get it.
I fire.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
Roll the attack. Roll the attack. Okay. I roll for the attack.
Body roll, body roll.
Oh my god! Natural
Ooh,
20.
yeah.
So, for people who don't know, we have a homebrew rule for crits. Instead of rolling the damage and multiplying it by 2, you max out your first, as far as damage, your first roll is maxed. So go ahead and roll your damage real quick.
Okay, so I'm going to roll my normal damage. So you're saying it's a
Yeah.
max damage plus of regular damage.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
This is the first crit of the campaign, I think. In
Um,
combat, maybe.
Although last time Kimura crit failed.
So that's,
That's
9.
true.
That's 9
So
plus
19.
9.
Oh,
So
it's
max
1d.
plus 9.
It's 1d10
1d10 plus 5 plus
plus
9.
5 plus 9. What is that?
Math.
26?
Dang.
Did I actually
24.
do that right?
24.
Wait,
24.
oh, yeah, 24.
24.
'cause, yeah. 1d10 plus 5 is 15.
24, yeah.
Plus the 9, yeah.
Like
Okay.
a scolding mother.
You take a
You
shot
shoot
and it
the-
hits him straight in the shoulder. He's like, "Gah!" And you can see like you put a nice like torn some muscle of like this gray and blue like fibrous like skin that this thing has. Are you gonna do anything else on your turn?
I'm just gonna start to line up a second shot, whilst
Okay.
basically saying, "The virus stings, doesn't it?" And then I end my turn.
All right. Knock.
All right. I am going to beeline it behind me, and the same fellow that she went ahead and just shot, Mr. Kimura. I'm going to run up to raise my axe high above my head.
And try to bury it into his head.
All right.
Go for it.
Roll an attack.
Just move it, and let's get this mother sucker
Mother trucker.
With my great axe.
20 to hit.
20 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Whoop, whoop.
This is a huge improvement from last week. Good job, guys.
Agreed.
True.
Dice doing
Nice.
good things.
Big rolls.
All right. Is that going to be your turn?
That will be the end of my turn.
All right. It will be the Dream Tailor's turn.
You
And-
definitely need some new dreams.
Yeah.
That's all I can think about.
Stop it. He's gonna take a sidestep right here, and he's just gonna attack. He's not gonna say anything to you. He doesn't like you. He's gonna make one attack at you, Knock, and then one attack at Wisp.
Okay.
So that's a 15 to hit you, Knock.
That's it.
All right, so you'll take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as he smacks you.
5 points hurt.
And then the second attack on Wisp is a 13.
It does not hit.
All right, he swings you, expertly dodge out of the way. That will be his turn. Vodder.
He is looking at this feller over there getting wailed on, and then he turns to see that giant mass of mouths and eyes wriggling across the fire from him. So the first thing that he's going to do is he's going to reach out and cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
To conjure, sort of like we can imagine it going through the fire and picking up like a club that's like glowing with embers, you
Okay.
know, to conjure and appear in a space, let's say right in front of him here.
Okay, let's see if I have like a little token we can use.
Sure. And
I'll just put a sword.
all right, cool. And then that sword fire weapon thing swings to attack the gibbering mouther. 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah. And 6 points of force damage.
6 points of force. See, I don't think he has any resistances. And so it will do full damage, which was 6, right?
Yes. And then the glowing club sword thing stays there.
Yep.
And then Vadr is going to spin around, and with his other hand, he is going to pull his warhammer.
Okay.
And he is going to, let's see, now he has a 10-foot reach. So he would just, I mean, he can't really, can he get up, let's say, against this wall here?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can like
actually,
press yourself
right here?
against the wall, I'd say. Yeah.
I think he's going to step like here, because that's 10 feet, right? To the Dream Tailor from there? Going
yeah.
diagonal?
Yeah.
And so he's going to swing with his warhammer one-handed at the Dream Tailor.
All right.
Let me swing that. 10.
A 10 is a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's cool. It's a tricky reach between his friends.
All right. Is that your turn?
That ends my turn. Yeah.
All right. Wisp, it is your turn.
All right, so Wisp standing there with her staff in her two hands, eyes black. You see her tap the staff on the ground in a very swift motion, and the staff kind of emanates from the bottom of it, this black swirling mist. And she's actually gonna cast herself in the darkness that it sheds her staff. So just her is kind of just like this black, foggy mess at the moment. And she's going to attack with the quarterstaff first. It's a 7.
7's a miss, unfortunately.
And then I'm going to spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows for 2 more unarmed attacks. So basically, she'll crack the staff. She'll go to kind of like whip him upside the head. And when he ducks, she's going to twirl it around, hold it in her left hand, and go to just like kind of elbow him in the first attack.
Okay.
12 probably
12
does
is
not
a
hit.
miss as
Yeah.
well.
And then she's just going to go for another elbow. 19.
19 will hit.
Okay. And she'll do 5 damage. She'll try to hit him upside like the temple area and just try to like jar him a bit.
Okay.
And that will be her turn. She'll stay in combat with him.
All right. You hear the gibbering from this thing as it begins to move. I think it can only move like 10 feet, so
Why
it's
does
gonna
it sound
dash.
Like floppy?
It's blobbing.
It's nasty,
Love
boy.
it.
Yeah, it's a nasty boy. Gelatinous mate.
Let's see.
I just imagine this thing sounds like a bunch of people having a conversation, but like really distorted.
Oh no, I hate that.
Yeah,
It's like a
all
crowded
those
room.
mouths.
But some
Thanks.
people are
I
like
hate it.
laughing, and some people are yelling, and some people are whispering, and
Yeah.
So
It's
it
very
sounds like,
very jarring for you
sounds
guys.
like
it is. I know about gibbering mouthers, and I'm trying not to meta.
a coffee shop on a Sunday afternoon.
If I ever saw this thing enjoying a cappuccino,
They should have called this monster a coffee shop.
Gibbering coffee shop.
As this thing gets closer to you, Kimura, you see like all the mouths begin to open up, and one of them like kind of grows out of like the weird gelatinous flesh it is, and like you see it like shoot something like some sort of like spittle at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. There's no one else around.
Can
you,
I
so-
say no?
Unfortunately, not.
No. Okay.
Politely refuse.
Can I politely refuse? Okay, dex saving throw. Oof. 13.
You just barely passed. You're able to dodge out of the way, and it hits the wall next to Vader, and then just continues to gurgle and shit.
Wait, sorry. Gurgle and shit or gurgle and shit?
Gurgle important distinction.
Man, I don't know. I'm not gonna say what this thing's doing right now. I'll let you find out.
So many orifices. So many orifices.
Literally, as that happens, after it happens, she touches out the way, realizes, she goes, it's like a baby.
Come on, it's your turn.
That was
Ain't
my
no
turn.
baby I ever seen.
Gurgle, shit, and etc.
guys.
Okay, so she lines up her shot on this one, and you can like anyone that can see her. She's like swaying the gun back and forth. She does not know what part of it is effective to shoot at. She's like, there's no apparent weak point on this thing.
Pick an eye.
So
And,
pick an
and
eye,
as
pick an
you
eye.
line up your shot,
Yeah.
the voices of the gurgling, gibbering start to penetrate into your mind. I need you to make a wisdom saving
Oh
throw.
my god, I hate it already. Okay. 10.
You just barely passed.
Oh my gosh.
You are able to stave off this, whatever this is. You're able to
So I
stave
kind
it
of
off
like
for
put
the
a
time
hand to my
being.
head whilst I'm kind of trying to aim. Like, I don't know what this is in my head, but I'm like, piss off. And I managed to fire. I'm gonna spend one of my grit points to do a trick shot.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm going to use dazing shot.
Okay.
Okay, so just to be so from the wording it says on a hit. So I don't know if it gets expended if it's on a hit or if I just fire it and it doesn't hit. Does it get expended? I don't 100% know.
I think it does to do the trick shot. I think you have to use the grit point.
Okay, so even if I miss,
So
then it's expended.
even
that's
if you
fine.
miss, it would be-
okay. Right, so I'm gonna roll the shot first. Roll. Oh my fuck.
As you shoot and you're holding your pistol, and somewhere Calder is not laughing. I'm just kidding. That was rude. But your gun jams.
Smash cut. Calder holding the rifle.
All of a sudden.
Just to confirm, by the way, do I have my rifle on me?
You didn't technically have it with you when you fell asleep.
Didn't know. That's why I'm glad I took the pistol. Otherwise, she would have had nothing. This is bad news, guys. Carry on. It clicks and she looks at the gun and she's like, "Not now," and she literally has to. She holsters it and she like moves the fuck back.
Okay.
Oh my word. Okay. I'm gonna move back. Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
All right.
And she pauses. She goes, "Vader, I need a moment."
Okay, no problem.
All right, Knock. It is your turn.
All right, I'm going to enter into a knocky rage, and I'm going to swing my axe at this blue bastard one more time.
All right.
That's hit him hard. Vic!
A 10 is a miss, unfortunately. You swing and he expertly dodges out of the way and snarls at you.
I'm then going to move just a tad bit away. Just
Okay.
a tad.
As you walk
Uh,
away, he's going to try to make a strike against you.
Just really quickly, Derek, does your attacks, does it say that you get 2 attacks? Or
I think it's
do
I
you
think
get
it's
one?
every frenzy. Is it? Yeah, is it 1 or 2?
I thought
might
as
say.
it depends what path you take, I think, but some of them have 2 attacks.
Yeah, if he
per-
goes into a frenzied rage, which he has
Okay.
to elect when he goes into a rage, he can make a second attack.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I wasn't sure. Cool.
So, but this guy's gonna try to smack you. That would be a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
You are raging when he does strike you, so you only take 3 points of bludgeoning damage instead of the 6 because it is reduced by half.
Right.
All right, it is the Dream Tailor's turn. He's going to sidestep, and you can see he's pretty lithe and dexterous. He's going to try to make another like unarmed attack against you. He brings both his hands up and just swings down onto you, Wisp. That's a natural 1, so he misses. And then he's going to expertly kind of turn and try to kick Vodder behind him,
Why?
which is a 15.
A 15 just hits my armor class.
Just hits. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. He's like kind of side kicks you and kind of pushes you back into the wall a little bit.
Okay.
It is your turn, Vodder.
Now, I am currently at 12. I know we have rules about bloodied, so I'm saying like 1 more point, and I'm entering bloodied town.
Okay.
Right, just so you know.
Right.
But what he is going to do in this case, he looks around at the sort of situation at hand, and he heard Kimura say she needs a quick break. So I am going to channel divinity to cast Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
And so I grasp the holy symbol around my neck, and a sphere of twilight emanates, dim light emanates from around me, in a 30-foot radius. And all of my homies within that sphere get 1d6 plus 3 temporary hit points.
Okay, so there's the aura right there for you guys to see, because it is 30 feet. So all of you guys will, in fact, get the HP. So how much was it?
It is 1d6 plus 3 temporary hit points. So we could roll a d6 once. There's no tight rules about how it works.
I think technically you are supposed to roll the d6.
Then I channel.
And then everybody gets that amount.
Yeah,
plus
everybody
okay.
gets the same amount.
So everyone gets 7 temporary hit points just
Awesome.
put on top
Nice.
of their HP. And there's a place for that in D&D Beyond if you're using that.
Yes, there is.
So that sort of keeps me from being too bloody, We're getting there. And then he is going to use his bonus action to attack the Mouther with his spiritual weapon.
Okay.
So
you
that
move the
thing
spiritual
still
weapon.
behind him, is going to... Ooh, that is a plus 6 to hit. And 16?
16 absolutely hits this thing. This thing is
It's
not that difficult to hit.
Yeah. Hits it for 8 points of force damage.
Nice. Okay.
And that is the end of Vodder's turn.
All right. Wisp, you are up.
All right, so I'm still in combat with this guy, and I'm fucking pissed. So I'm gonna just take once again my quarterstaff. It's in her left hand. She grabs it again with her right, and she's just going to try and like jab him back into that wall. So I'm gonna attack him with the quarterstaff two-handed.
Okay.
It's a 24 to hit. There
That
we go.
does
Let's start
hit.
making those rolls. All right, and since it's two-handed, it's 10 points of damage. And yeah, she basically is like, you see her kind of like make this stabbing motion into his solar plexus and trying to just like, you see her in this very, very rare, extremely upset state. And I'll stay in combat with him still.
Okay.
She
Perfect.
angry.
All right, the Gibbering Mouther will move 5, 10, and it is going to try to attack. As you see it, it reaches out towards Knock and rolls a 7 to hit, which I
Negative there,
assume
Batman.
misses. I need to roll a d6 to see if it recharges its spittle, which it does not. I need... actually, no, we're good. Kimura, it is your turn. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if you need to remake the roll if you're close enough to it, since you already made one, or if you're Okay, I'm gonna need you to make another wisdom saving throw at the start of your turn.
Another wisdom. Okay, it's my turn now, yeah?
Yes, yeah, we're back at top of
Okay,
initiative.
Cool. No worries. That is 11.
Okay, so you do succeed. As you're trying to figure out your gun and whatnot, you hear those voices, and you stave off the voices, but they're lingering. And as you're kind of sitting there trying to focus, in your pouch where the stone is, you feel almost like a heat begin to emanate from it, and you begin to hear the voices that you heard in Aege's home are starting to circle in your head as well. So you're thinking that it might be difficult to stave off this thing's gibbering going forward.
Okay, what
But you are good for now.
Okay. I'm gonna have to. She's gonna prioritize what's going on right now, and despite this, there is a combat scenario that she needs to prioritize. I'm very quickly having to get up the stuff for gun binding because I don't think I can repair a gun mid-battle.
I think it takes time, and I think we looked at that last time. I can't remember exactly what it is, so it'd be good to look it up.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, I need to get all tools out and everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull daggers out.
Okay.
Ruling, I can't pull 2 daggers at once, can I?
No, I don't.
No, well, I can't pull 2 and then attack.
You can't. I don't think you can pull 2 and attack, but you can have 2 and attack.
Yeah,
because it has the light feature.
I could do the two weapon fighting for free.
Yeah.
To the bonus on the second. Okay, she's just literally gonna pull 2 daggers out the bandolier and just go into like a bit of a defensive stance. If she can't attack this round, she's gonna size up the situation before attacking next round.
Okay, perfect. Knock. As this thing gets closer and closer to you, you hear gibbering, weird voices enter your head. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as well.
Indeed.
A 9. That is a failure, unfortunately. These voices are just in your head, and you kind of just grasp your head for a second. You cannot take reactions until the start of your of its next turn. I also need you to roll a d8 for me.
That's a really stupid question. 1d8 on roll 20 is just 1d8.
Yeah, so /roll space 1d8.
Nope. I'll be all right.
So yeah, it'll be.
Hey, you want to roll that for me?
Do you want me to roll it for you? Okay. Okay, so 7.
All right. Hey man. Help me, man.
You want to do me a solid?
There's so much confusion in your mind. You're not sure. You just kind of start swinging at nothing, and your axe goes towards Vaughter much too close. I need you to make an attack roll.
Oh boy. Duck there, big boy. Duck there, big boy. Ready?
No. Nope.
So
Stop.
Vaughter, you see this. You see this. You see Nox struggling, and you see the axe coming just in time, and you're able to duck under it before it hits you.
Careful. It's like he's talking to like a large animal, just like, whoa there. Whoa.
This thing's got so many mouths. Which one to shut up? Which one to shut up?
All right. And that's unfortunately all you can do on your turn because there's so much shit going on in your head right now. It is the Dream Taylor's turn, and he's going to make a couple attacks onto Wisps because she hurt a solar plexus. That's a 13 on the first. And
that one misses.
And a 21 on the second.
That one will hit.
Okay, so you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Use the temporary point.
Oh yeah.
Vodder, it is your turn.
Oh, this is bad. First thing he's going to do is he is going to take his warhammer and he's going to try to finish off the Dream Tailor,
Okay.
or like hit him. He's going to do it two-handed too.
Oh, okay.
A 17.
17 does hit.
Okay, and that's a 1d10 plus 3. 4. I rolled a 1. Minimum damage.
Wait, so you...
So 4 points of damage from the warhammer on him.
Well, 4 is exactly what you needed to defeat this thing. So what do we see as Vodder swings his warhammer?
We see him attacking Wisp, and Vodder sort of... I think it's... Vodder is trying to dodge simultaneously the errant axe attack from Nock, and then he just sort of flails out with his arms like, "Rah!" And he hits the guy by accident and kills him.
Okay, and he hears like the swinging, and he turns, like maybe he turns to look, and all of a sudden it's like, and it just like snaps his neck.
Oh, sorry.
And then the spiritual weapon is going to move 5 feet closer to the Gibbering Mouther, and as a bonus action, attack the Gibbering Mouther.
Okay, so it's 10 feet away. Can you move it 10
I
feet?
can. As a bonus action, I can move it up to 20 feet.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, you're just fine then.
So it comes down swinging with a 16.
16 does hit.
And hits it for 8 points of force damage again.
All right. It lets out this gurgling again, scream and whatnot. But Vodder, I need you to make a perception check for me.
Okay.
With advantage.
Okay. 26.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
You hear the monstrous gibbering from this thing and like the squeals as you hit it. You also hear unmistakably people screaming.
Oh no. No.
Is that sound coming from the Gibbering Mouther?
Yes.
Okay.
There's people in.
Can I make a save to see if I can keep that spiritual weapon up, or because it's not a concentration spell, but he might just drop it. Just
That's entirely up to you.
we'll wait till his next turn then.
Okay.
Let's wait.
And
It's a
are
little
you
bit shaken up by that.
Right. Oh shoot! I should have actually had you.
You want me to roll for
roll.
Gibbering Fun?
Yeah, because it might actually keep the
Keep the
Dream
attack.
Tailor up.
Sure.
Because
I'm
you're
happy
supposed to make it at the top of your turn. That's my bad. I'm
What's-
sorry.
No, it's okay. What's the save?
It's a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, in that case,
You're just fine.
25.
You're just fine. All right. Is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
No, he's done.
Okay, perfect. Wisp, it is your turn. You are also within 20 feet of this thing. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
18.
18, you are just fine. You may proceed.
Okay, so upon seeing this thing, she did Kimura say that she needed time only to Vodder, or did she yell it?
Given a combat scenario, she wouldn't be whispering.
Okay.
She would literally be like backing out very quickly past the door, basically going, "I need more time." That
So-
sort of thing.
So upon hearing that, Wisp is going to take out a bit of fleece and put it in her mouth and chew it. And you see as she starts to chew, she's speaking words as well. And as the words speak out, a trail of smoke starts to emanate from her mouth, and out apparates, basically, out apparates a image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. Okay, cool. So it's just going to be an image of basically the same thing that it is, but smaller. And I would like to make it right in front of like right next to where Nock is, between Nock and Kimura, to create a minor illusion, like right here.
Like right there?
Yes.
Okay.
To create a minor illusion to distract it from that direction. And then it
I'm
says,
making a baby mouther.
I'm making a baby mouther. If a creature uses its action to examine the sound or image, the creature can determine that is an illusion. So basically, they would have to use an action to determine if it's real or not.
Okay.
So that will be my action, is to create this minor illusion in front of her, and I am actually going to stay where I am.
Okay.
I lied. I'm going to move 5 feet in front of me. Just move a tiny bit closer so that I am kind of flanking Nock.
Okay. Perfect. It is the Jibbing Mouther's turn. I'm gonna have it because I'm always like unsure of what to do on a minor illusion.
So basically, it like, yeah, it's just to create a distraction from my perspective. Like she doesn't know if it's gonna work, basically, but yeah, it's just basically to burn an action. She's thinking about like if the creature needs to take time to decide what it is, then she has extra time to do what she needs to do.
Right. Okay. Perfect. I think it's it like takes a look at it, but almost like is unsure what to do, but it sees Nock and is gonna try to make an attack at Nock at least. That's a 14 to hit.
Got me
Nock.
about one. Got me.
All right, so you take 8 points of piercing damage as this one of the mouths like reaches out and like grasps itself onto your arm. I also need you to make a strength saving throw.
Just take that health away real quick and strength.
12.
Oh, that's not the right thing. Excuse me. Strength saving throw. That's the right one.
There you go. Same thing. So you can.
Quick question: would he have advantage on that since he's raging?
Do you get? I don't know if he gets advantage.
plus two to strength.
You
okay.
succeed. You succeed anyway. You're good.
Okay.
But next time, yeah, you'll have advantage. It tries to grab you in like this like almost like xenomorph mouth comes out. That's still like weird fleshy, and it grabs your arm and is trying to pull you to the ground towards it. But you are able to pull away from it. Just so you guys are aware, if you are within 10 feet of this thing, this thing is like moving. It's like so much. It's actually difficult terrain within 10 feet of this. So moving is a little bit more difficult. It is going to make a spittle attack at the gibbering mouther, the illusion. It can't. Sorry, it can't. It did not recharge. My bad. So that's its turn. Kimura, you're up.
Okay, seeing basically the last kind of round that happened, she was so distracted by these voices that for some reason she holstered her weapon, and she pulled the daggers, not realizing that it's just her pistol. It's not her musket. It's not as complex a firing mechanism to have to figure out. She literally just drops the daggers in place.
Okay.
Yanks the pistol back out the holster and starts trying to unjam the weapon.
Okay. Go ahead and make a tinker check.
Okay, so if I'm correct, it's basically just D20 plus proficiency.
Plus dexterity.
Plus dexterity. In that case, we're looking at plus... Let's do a roll on D20. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, that will unjam it.
Perfect. So
Excellent.
you're just like, wait, what was I thinking? And you're like, fix it and everything. That is your action. You still have your
It is.
movement and bonus action if you want to do anything.
Literally to unjam it, she literally rotates the barrel, notices it's stuck, and she literally just slaps it up the side, and then the barrel just clunks back into position, and it seems all good to go. And she kind of just holds up the pistol, and just like, I'm all good. And she's gonna move round this way into this.
I do need you to make a wisdom saving throw as well.
That's absolutely not okay.
I keep forgetting. I'm sorry.
If we just make a wisdom save.
23? Not 20?
You're fine.
20?
You're fucking crits. Get out of here. You're fine. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay. I'm good. That is my turn. That's my full turn.
All right. Knock. As the voices continue to ring in your head, you are just swinging your axe to try to stop whatever voices this is. I need you to repeat the saving throw.
Yes, sir.
And I need you to roll another d8. This is what it will look like. That's what you'll roll in roll 20. What I put in.
Ah, that looks so much better than what I was fucking trying to do.
An 8. You're still swinging. I need you to make another attack roll as your axe now goes towards Wisp.
No.
All right, go ahead and
course.
check the damage on that. That's
Or-
not that's
okay.
Minimum
That's
damage.
fine,
Yeah.
that's
Down
fine.
for a giant
That's
9-foot
fine.
tall Goliath rock man swinging his fucking giant axe at you.
That's fine.
These voices just
I'm
are
okay.
unrelenting as you continue to try to fight this thing. Vodder, it is your turn. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as well.
That I would be happy to do.
I will allow you to do advantage, which you're fine because it rolled anyway.
12.
Because as you're able to save it off, like you're now starting to hear the screams more than the gibbering.
Sure. Trying to figure out, like, so this is a bit of a conflict for him, is the screams, they sound like human people, and can I make any of the words out or what they're saying?
Make a perception check.
Sure. Uh, 19.
As you concentrate and focus your attention, you hear things like, please help us, they're attacking us, we need to fight back, things like that.
Oh, conflict. Oh. Okay. Vodder is conflicted here, but he wants to get away from these voices. So what he's going to do is, I can't select myself again. He is going to
Should be able to.
I don't know.
Are you on the arrow key at the top left?
No, I'm not. This time I'm not. There we go. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 behind Kimura. Hide behind Kimura. And then he's going to say sort of like, I can't, and he's going to cast fairy fire on this thing. It needs to make a dex save.
Okay.
Just to sort of light it up, and he says, please, someone else do it.
All right. 1.
Yes, it is lit up with the fairy fire.
It is lit up.
It is lit up, and so basically, it's giving off light, but everybody has advantage rolls against it, and all that. So, yeah, and after that, he is going to. He's still going to poke at it with that spiritual weapon, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, crit fail, a 7.
All right.
Double
it just-
crit fail.
Double crit
I rolled
fail.
advantage and rolled 2 ones.
Wolf.
Ooh.
Oh boy,
Yeah, unfortunately,
I'm so shaken.
yeah, you're a little shaken. You're like, should I do it? And so you almost like at the last second will the spiritual weapon away from it. Is that your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
All right, Wisp. Oh, yeah.
So I was gonna say, Cole, can we talk out of turn?
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah, sure.
Oh, literally, as I'm trying to line my gun up to the next turn, I am like turning my head back to Vodder and be like, "What do you mean you can't do
There's
it?"
people. There's people in there. And he's obviously distressed.
I had to go back to lining the shot.
Yep.
Okay, so I am going to see that it's lit up with fairy fire and very quickly whip around the quarterstaff and click it back on my back. And I'm gonna run up to this thing with my movement. So the 5 feet, which will double to 10, that's fine because it's difficult terrain.
Right.
And since I have advantage of it, let's do pop, pop, pop. I'm gonna spend another key point to do flurry of blows. Let's fucking do it. All right, so the first one, I'm literally just gonna pick one of its like eyeball mouth combinations and just kind of like poof, and just kind of like aim for whatever I think might work. That's
Wisp
22.
is playing whack-a-mole with the gibbering mouther. That will hit.
Basically. Okay, so that one is 7 points of damage. That's a crit. Second hit is a 19. That will also hit for another crit of damage. And a 24 will also hit for a crit failure, but still 4 more points of damage.
Brief point of order. You have advantage.
I have advantage. Okay,
Oh,
so
you
that
do.
last
Very fine.
one. Okay, cool.
Well,
so then that
yeah,
last
so,
one.
I mean, you can re-roll all of them to see if you crit.
Okay, so I'll
You
reroll the
wouldn't
last
be
one
able to re-roll the
first.
damage. You wouldn't be able to re-roll
Right.
the damage, just the hit.
Okay. So
Okay.
that's the advantage for the last one. No, I'll roll twice more to see if I get.
There you go.
I got a nat 20, so we'll double the crit. So that's 14 plus.
You
the
did max
4.
damage on that one.
Yeah,
Because you
so
rolled
that,
a 7, right?
Right. So that'll be doubled.
So I need to, what's
It's
your
1d4
roll?
plus 3. So 4, 5, it's 7.
So I do 7 more damage.
Yeah, so 14 plus another 7 is 21, plus the 4 is 25. So 25 points of damage. And she's just literally like, she punches one end and then she's just like, okay. And she decides to like pommel it in another. And then as she kind of like breaks away from that pommel, she's going to go and do another crack with her elbow. And you just kind of see her like laying down these strikes in almost like a very fluid fashion. Like she knows what she's doing, but in between them, when they crack and hit, there's actually like this little puff of like black smoke that will come off of her and on the impact, and you can just see that she's in this sort of like state.
Okay. Awesome. Did I have you
That's my
roll
turn.
a... Okay. I think I forgot.
And,
to
and
roll
I'll roll the wisdom.
Okay.
Where's my...
I keep forgetting. I'm such a slacker.
Nope, that's a 4.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a d8. This will be your next turn.
Okay.
I don't want to wreck on all that damage. So,
I got a 3.
a 3. Okay, so on your next turn, you won't do anything. So on a 1 to 4, the creature does nothing. So your next turn essentially is a pass. So that's
Cool.
my bad for forgetting.
No, that's fine. That is fine.
Vodder, as Kimura or as Wisp is attacking and hitting this thing, you hear, "Why are they attacking us?" And then you hear another voice, "I don't know, just keep fighting." As this thing is gonna reach out and try to attack Wisp.
No, you're hurting them.
12 to hit on Wisp. I think that misses, right? Okay.
Yeah,
So
that'll
it
miss.
misses, and then it does not still recharge. So it is just going to stay there. Kimura.
All right then, I'm gonna finally line up that shot and take a shot. I'm gonna take a shot.
Does Kimura need to roll a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Do I need to roll it first?
Yes. And you also roll at disadvantage because there are still voices in your head
Oh, okay, I need to roll
that you
again.
can't get rid of.
Okay. It was both.
Yes.
Same time.
Through
17.
through your sheer will, you're able to stave off all of these voices that are almost drowning. You almost can't hear anything because there's so much going on in your mind right now. But you're still able to make your attack.
Okay, she's like, you could see her like wincing out of the whole situation. Like she's trying to focus on this. She's trying to like aim this. She's trying to deal with the voices in her head. But Kimura is fueled by sheer otherworldly determination. So, do we still get advantage on this?
Yes.
Yes, you
gloopy
do.
bastard. Okay. we
You
roll the advantage.
gloopy bastard!
You
You
gloopy
get
bastard.
Mr. Blobby advantage.
Mr. Blobby. Okay, yeah, so 26.
Awesome. That will
Roll
absolutely
again to
hit.
see if you crit. Roll again to see
Well,
if you crit.
Oh, I
she
did,
did. She
I
rolls
did,
the
yeah.
two. Yeah, she does
Oh,
the
I got
D&D, so
17,
it actually
26.
rolls it properly.
Oh, so it's the lower one. Look at you with your math.
Savage.
You and
Okay.
your man.
Let me just roll the damage. Ooh. Woohoo! Max damage, 15.
Jesus.
15 on
All
me.
right. It is definitely not looking good. You can see it almost like parts of it are like, they almost look it's melting off like from itself. And it's like there are bits of this gelatinous dough-like substance that is its flesh like is like piling up on the ground slowly. And this thing is
Can I have clipped a bit and it like literally blew apart in the top of it, and then like it kind of fell back on itself?
sure.
Is it? I mean, it's gloopy, right? It's like
Yeah.
like goo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's like the way it describes it is like dough.
Ah.
I'm gonna bake this bitch at 350.
Big dough
I
ball.
cast fireball. All right, is that your turn, Kimura?
Yeah. That's my turn.
All right, Knock. It is
Yeah,
your
Knock-
turn.
Knock is
I
in
need a-
full tantrum, who's just jumping up and down like, oh my god, get
Yeah.
out of my hair! Just
I need another
angry
wisdom
tantrum
saving
jumping.
throw from you.
Oh, may the gods be on my side.
And you are good.
That's what I'm
You
talking
passed.
about. All right. Because I'm in rage, I'm going to go into a frenzy, and I'm going to attack this big blobby bastard twice. I'm gonna go ahead and run up to him.
Advantage.
An advantage.
Advantage on both attacks. Yep.
So you're gonna drop your rage,
Mm,
and re-rage in a frenzy.
yes.
Okay, so that will count as like your 2 rages, just so you're aware. Because you have to elect at the start of your rage if it's a frenzy or not. I think. I'm pretty sure that's the rule, because I was reading it over, because there's 2 different type of rages for a Path of the Berserker Barbarian.
So yeah, wild raging, you can choose to frenzy. You can make 1 single melee attack. So this is wild raging. So even if I did rage once, it lasts for 10 rounds. Those 10 rounds already been done by now, right?
No, not yet.
Okay. So yeah, let's do that then.
Okay, so you're gonna drop your rage and then re-rage.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Swing my axe at this bad boy.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 17 does hit.
But roll again to see if you crit.
Oh, sorry. Gotta wait pages.
Ooh.
Close.
All right, so 5 damage.
Yep, 5 damage.
How do you finish this thing?
Plus
Yes!
strength, plus 2, will be plus 2, so 7. Wow! So I'm going to jump up where Kimura had shot the this gibbering weird and had seen it open. Nock is going to take that opportunity to jump into the air with his both his legs in the back of him. He just comes out one giant cleave as he just breaks that doughy bastard with his obsidian axe as it just flows out all around it, just exploding into a bunch of just doughy like shrapnel.
Okay, perfect. And you just begin hacking at this thing. Vaughter, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Wisdom save coming up. 13.
13. You hear a multitude of screams and cries. And as this doughy substance begins to fall to the ground, as Nock begins to swing and attack, you blink and you just see horror as there is no dough-like substance. There is no gibbering mouther. There are people, dismembered, mangled, in a bloody mess, lying where that gibbering mouther had just been.
And Vodder like, falls down on his knees, and he's just like, basically, he goes fetal position, and he's just like, no, 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 what did we do? And the longer I look, it's still there. It's not fading or anything like that.
Am
No.
I still hacking into this thing? Just like
Make a perception check. Knock. Everybody make a perception check.
fuck's sake. I hit that pile so hard.
You did
Wisp, you now see Knock and Kimura do not.
There's a moment of like shock and fear. But Wisp is a very emotionless person. It's all in her eyes, and you see her eyes go from that blackout back to that slate gray, milky, and then just sink. Like if Vodder's looking at her, you see her eyes almost like recede back into her skull. She is just like, and she just stands there, and she drops her hands, and she doesn't move.
Kimura literally turns round to Vidor and looks down at him. I guess if he's doubled over. Vidor, it is done. What are you doing?
It was a trick. It was a trick. Those were people.
And he's just like rocking back and forth.
And I gesture at it. No. Whatever it was not people. It was trying to get in your head, and it succeeded.
No. He's just repeating that over and over. No. And he's gonna reach up and touch sort of the hem of Kimura's uniform and says, look again. And I'm gonna cast guidance.
Okay.
Which gives her a +4
Okay.
to the save.
Do you want me to re-roll?
Yes.
Okay.
It's an ability check I had to, so I'm not even sure if that would count.
It's gonna be 24.
It would be a perception check, so
it's a +4, so it's 24. Yeah.
24.
24. You now do see as the kind of the veil is lifted from your eyes, and you see what you see.
What is this?
I need let's see. So I'm going to be adding, I think now's the perfect time to add a rule, which is stress. So essentially having major things, moderate things like this will accrue stress, which can lead to snapping and breaking points and essentially mental breakdowns. Kimura, Vodder, and Wisp,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I need you to roll. I'm going to ask you guys what your characters think. How big of a thing is this for your character? Is it a moderate thing, a major thing, or a monstrous thing? So moderate being you've made a critical error or something is seriously at risk. Major is something devastating to your character or their beliefs, breaking an oath. Or monstrous is something incomprehensible or world-shattering, meeting a god, being betrayed by your closest friend, watching a loved one die. I will let you decide.
For Vodder, it's what's the second one? The one in the middle?
Major?
I mean,
like something devastating to your character.
He already has, it's major. He already struggles using any sort of divine magic for violence, and so it's major for him.
Okay, roll a d6.
This would be considered moderate
So 4.
for Wisp.
This would be moderate.
Okay, so you both roll a d4. Somewhere on your character sheet where you can take a note of this, you gain 4 stress. Vodder.
Okay.
Kimura gets 2 stress.
And I also get 2 stress.
And you also get 2 stress. Okay, perfect.
Do we know, or do you want us to know, like, how many stress until we start to have major effects?
So, let me double check. And you guys can relieve stress by resting and doing stuff like that. So too much stress can be unhealthy for your character, causing long-term problems. When your character gains 20, 30, and 35 points of stress for the first time after a long rest, they snap and develop a mental affliction. A breaking point is when a character gains 40 points of stress. In that state, your character is reckless, dangerous, and extremely vulnerable. If you are hit by a damaging attack while at your breaking point, your character suffers a fatal heart attack. You fall to 0 hit points. So you guys have quite a ways to go. And to answer like some chat questions, it is sort of like sanity. It can lead to some insanity and things like that.
Can you de-stress? You know, like a nice
You
bubble
can.
bath, or
Yeah. So
Sorry, I'm just picturing Vodder in a bubble bath.
So healing stress. Stress is healed through success and relaxation, disarming a trap, defeating a formidable opponent, carousing in town, sleeping in a warm bed. Anything that helps your character feel better can heal stress.
Okay.
So you can do it during when you complete a long rest in a nice like a sanctuary town like Hallow or something. Your stress goes back to 0. And during like short rests, you can take time during a short rest to do such things. And then, like I said, if you defeat a boss or something like that, you could probably heal some stress as well.
Okay, except for defeating this one had the opposite
Right.
effect. Oh gosh. Okay, cool.
Anyway,
I like it.
Vodder, fetal position.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. And just question for you: these people that we've been shooting / hacking up and whatnot. This is an assortment of different ages of people. Nock has no idea what's going on, so he's probably still hacking at it, stomping all over the dough and whatnot. Like it's because it's the enemy. Because I don't see this. I don't see this at all, right? So I'm gonna treat this like this is an enemy. Like I am. Like I'm taking this mouth with me, and this mouth with me is gonna go right on my waistband. Like I want to know in my mind, in hindsight, how horrifying this is for everybody else to watch Nock just stomping all over bodies.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. It's horrifying. Yeah.
Heard. Well, I'm just letting you know what I'm doing throughout all of this, so you know.
Okay.
Right.
I'm celebrating.
So I can see Nock doing this.
Yes. Absolutely.
I think everybody can. I think
Nock.
everybody can.
Stand the fuck down.
Stand down, we just went ahead and won. This should be celebrating. Here we go.
As
we
Nock
go.
is like drenched in blood at this point.
Gods be damned, Nock. Step back.
Look again.
Look,
I just have to observe myself a little bit more. Can I make another wisdom? It's not wisdom.
It would be a perception check now.
Perception. Okay.
You blink and for a second you see blood, but then you blink again, and it's just the doughy substance. There was a brief moment, but
Vodder shuffles to his feet while this is happening, and he's going to run over to that dream tailor, the doppelganger figure, and just take a look. Is that still the same?
the doppelganger is indeed the same still. Has not changed.
Okay. He's gonna run over there. He's just sort of sitting by there and sitting by him, and he's gonna drop that twilight sphere so like the dusk lifts around him, and just sort of looks around. He says, "We were tricked. This was a trick. This one. And I mean, are they wearing anything, carrying anything? I'm trying to identify them to see if this is Waldron or what's,
So what you see is a multitude of men, women, and children, and they all seem to be wearing nicer, like almost like sleeping gowns. Very nice, like silk or velvet clothes.
PJs, yeah.
Yeah.
These look like they wouldn't live in Rick and Roll. Who's
He's looking at specifically at the Dream Tailor, like trying to figure out like, is this the person in charge of this whole place? Like I'm searching him over. Like,
Make an
looking for a
investigation
solution.
check, right?
Okay. 16.
You don't find anything on him, but in the weird dreamscape that you're in, you almost have like a flashback, some sort of memory, but you know it's not you. Kind of like an out-of-body experience where this thing, you see him dressed as a kind man, beckoning people into a building.
Mm.
You see him walking down the street in a different form, talking to different people. And then you see a conversation you see through this thing's eyes, looking at a man, a young man, it seems. Nice brown hair, very clean shaven, very youthful, very handsome. And being as it is in a dream, you know that that is Lord Walden. You see a large set of double doors behind him. And somehow you just know which direction you need to go.
And so this one works for Walden, I think, right?
It would
That's the
appear
vibe.
so.
I don't know.
And I turn around and I look at all of them and I say,
This is a doppelganger. Don't ask me. Don't ask me how I know that.
I can even give you, I don't have a lore item for him, but I can honestly just give you one right now and add it
Sure.
to your character sheet.
Sure.
I don't know what the item would be. Actually, I do. It's gross. It is the
Give
Dream
me the
Tailor,
gross item.
the Dream Tailor's eye.
Yeah.
So, as you maybe, I don't know if you'd like actually grab the eye, like
Oh, I would.
like a physical eye, as it looks vastly different from the other. You learn this information. You know the name of this thing is the Dream Tailor. You know that this thing is meant to control the people of the dream into believing what they want to believe. It has the ability to create buildings, visions. It can obviously change its own form to be whatever it is. You know that it has the ability to detect thoughts, which is how it changes its form, and how it changed its form to be able to talk to each of you in turn. You also know that the dream itself is unnatural to the point where you know that normal doppelgangers can only do this
Yeah, you gotcha.
like once, but this thing has the ability to manifest itself in many different ways.
Yeah.
It looks like a doppelganger. It's powerful. Walden was using it to create this reality. But if Walden is still here somewhere, we have to find him, see if we can find our way out. We can't stay here. And he looks back at all the bodies. He's like, I don't want to stay here.
We don't have to. But it wanted me to go through one of these doors.
Me
The
too.
double doors.
Hmm.
What did they say was behind the door?
I don't know.
They told me trial.
They told me a creature.
Maybe it'll be different for all of us. I'm
Maybe
assuming
that's
so.
How we get to Walden, I don't know. I don't know where Walden is.
No matter what, though, we can't trust our own eyes. Not here. Everybody must think twice. No matter what they see.
Great. Fine.
We have to stick together. If there's a way to stop them from separating us. You're the only people here that I trust.
Here. And Wisp is going to walk over to the dead bodies.
Okay.
And she's going to dip a hand in their blood. And she's going to mark her own cheek, like right behind her ear, kind of where her hair covers it. And she's going to go and, with consent, mark everyone else behind their ear as well. If there's any way to distinguish who we are, maybe this can help.
I'm already covered in that. I'm taking off the rest of what I think is dough. When I think it's dough off the rest of my body, just as I'm walking over to the rest of the group that she's.
Marking everybody.
It's a fun little ritual. Yeah, obviously Vader consents to that.
Once explained. Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So you all want to go through the door?
There's no other way to go.
I don't want to go through the door, but if it holds what we need, then it is necessary.
I have a feeling once we go in that it's not going to matter if we're all together or not. We were already being told separate things, seeing separate things. This might be something we all get pulled away from, or we have to fight together. But regardless, it's our only way out.
Then we push on.
And Vader walks up to the door and pauses like he usually does. But he takes what's left of the residue of that blood that's sort of matted into his fur now. And he just sort of marks the door with that blood.
Okay. You would be able to if there was a door there.
What?
As
What?
you look around, the door that you entered from is no longer there. As you begin to look around the room and survey the room, there is no door into this place. There is seemingly, at the moment, no way out.
So the hallway is gone as well, and like the stuff that Kimura...
So you guys had entered into a different room, like the room had like changed.
Okay. Okay.
And there was like
Okay.
seemingly a door there when it like changed, but now there is not. There is no door, just walls of stone with torches on the sides. And as you guys try to figure out what to do,
He's gonna do it. He's gonna fucking do it. He's gonna
that's
fucking
where
do
we're
it.
gonna end the session.
I give up.
I just
I'm
looked at the
done.
clock and as you got, I'm like, you son of
I'm watched the same thing too. I'm like, it's 6 minutes shy of 11 p.m. right now. I'm
Mhm,
like,
here it comes. Here it
he gonna
comes.
do it. He gonna do it.
Don't y'all do that.
Oh my god, this is so
Oh.
good.
well.
Oh.
Nock jumps into a cannon that he makes out of sand and cobblestone and shoots himself into every wall.
The floor starts sinking slowly down, and we enter the haunted mansion.
We entered the haunted.
I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's go around and tell everybody where we can find you. Derek, we'll start with you.
Yes, sir. Hello, everybody. My name is Derek from atop Derek Mountain, and I hope that you enjoyed this session. You can find me on atop Derek Mountain, where we play games and do geek shit and stuff. I'm going to be playing the hell out of Mech Assault 5 this week cometh. So I hope if you want to come ahead and watch my eclectic brown ass do some more fun gaming stuff, you can find me there. And I hope to see you there. And thanks for watching.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you for being here. Ray, where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere on the internet at With Brick, right above my head. With a Brick 2Ks. I am a variety streamer of myself, taking a little bit of a hiatus, but I should be back very soon. I do the Wild RP thing. I play games. I'm working on a bunch of stuff and living life just like the rest of us. So if you think any of that's cool, come and give me a watch, give me a follow, and come say hey. And yeah, I love being here. I love this crew. I love this story. This is so great. And I can't wait for next week.
Hell yeah. Thank you for being here. Justin, where can we find you?
I'm Justin. I'm Doc Rimbo. He, him, they, them. I'm Doc Rimbo on Twitter. I'm Doc Rimbo here on Twitch whenever I get around to streaming, which isn't that often. But let's see. This weekend coming up on Sunday, I'm going to be on my friend Colin's channel at Colonomicon for his PBT May, powered by the Apocalypse May, one-shot Sundays, where we'll be playing Apocalypse World. And I am going to be playing a slightly broken young lady that I've based on River Tam from Firefly mixed with Fiona Apple. And so that's going to be Sunday night as we play Apocalypse World over there. I put it in the chat. Come check that out. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, please go give Colin some love. Isla, where can we find you?
Hi. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet as Phoenix Over or at Phoenix Over on Twitter. Other than that, you will find me here at InfiniteRP or on Sundays on Kuvinet's channel, where I'll be playing Phoenix, or codename Phoenix, the hacker, who's currently being chased down by what might not be or be a zombie. We don't know. But if you want to know what that's about, come and check it out on Sunday. Other than that, though, I will catch you all here next Thursday. I still haven't started streaming again on my channel. When I do, I'll let you know, but don't hold your breath. But yes, I look forward to seeing you all next Thursday. And of course, Cole, plug BTS as well.
Yeah. Wait, what? I'm just kidding. Yes, I am Cole Lacuna RP. You can find me at Lacuna RP, where I have socials and stuff. I stream sometimes, not really, just depending. I might do some Baldur's Gate 3. I might stream some Baldur's Gate 3. I'm trying to make Calder in Baldur's Gate 3 and run through like a story as Calder, just because why not, you know? We'll see. We might make some familiar characters there. You can find me on Monday nights for the time being, right here on IRP, doing Behind the Screen, where I do all my DM prep for this campaign. So if you want an inside look at what the hell happened, you can thank some of the viewers for what the hell happened. Then you can come hang out with us there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to.
How about a big shout out for chat for being awesome? They were really great and hanging
We
around
love you.
tonight.
That is so
We-
much fun.
We love
Yeah.
you, chat.
What a great
We
game.
love you.
Thanks for hanging with us every week.
Thank you guys so much. Make sure if you're not following on Twitter, Discord, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, make sure you do that. That's where all the VODs go up. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Hang out after the credits. We're going to be raiding Lord Graham, a friend of the community for Wild RP. So give him some love. He's awesome. He's a great role player. So give him some love, and we will see you guys next week, I guess.
Okay.
Have a good one, guys. Be safe. Love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.